Hey, what's popping? Was popping. Everybody, East New York's finest, hosted by Mike, was good. Didn't do much yesterday. Actually, I didn't do anything yesterday. I was gonna go to a couple of shows and then this, that, and a third, but then I wound up not going because I had to get through some stuff that I actually got from this dude named Eric early in the week. There was a purchase. I mean, there was a storage unit I did purchase early in the week through a storage site. But when I went to the place, which is literally just as close as the place where I went my trucks and got a storage unit, well, two storage units, almost a month ago now. They said they said that the stuff was at another location. I wasn't trying to hear that shit, and I demanded my money back, which they had to give it back, and they had to cancel it only because it was a screw up on the site's fault as well as the individual that listed it. So I took advantage of that. The unit was probably a good unit, but it wasn't for me. As far as I'm not a passive person, not at all. I'm not passive aggressive. I don't even really consider myself aggressive at all. I'm just a straightforward person. Some people may look at it like that because I'm just so outspoken. People are just so used to the hypocrisy of two-facedness and shit like that, and I don't do that. I'm a straightforward person, so I come across as an asshole or aggressive, which I, adorningly welcome that. That's probably not even a word. I just feel like saying it. So yeah, so today I did some deals. I definitely did some deals. I'm not gonna go into those details. Me and Matt, did some deals, but I don't know if he wanted to remain confidential or whatnot, but I don't have to sit here and tell nobody what I got and how I got it. At the end, I mean, well, you know what I got, but I'm not gonna say what I traded. You know what I mean? We both were happy with the deal. That's all that mattered. So in that respect, let's go through the stuff I got. Well, obviously you guys see as I was real busy the whole day and evening, so I didn't get a chance to upload it. So that video of the stuff I picked up from Columbus Sunday, aka yesterday, because it's already 12:40 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 31st of July. So yeah. So anyhow, excuse me. So anyway, yeah, to that. So that video is actually loading up now, and as I was doing so, I'm just gonna go over more in detail of the stuff I got and why I got it and whatnot. So yeah. So real quick, let's start with this. Just like the Night Raven, I didn't realize how many I had. I actually have 4 Sky Strikers and 4 Night Ravens loose. Obviously 5 because the one I just got today from Matt, but that's not for me. That's for someone else. So I'm not gonna go again details that don't need to be shared. But this would be my 4th APC, but I'm gonna bag this one and put it out for sale later on at a disclosed time at a show and whatnot. The only thing missing from here, as you can see inside, are just the 2 long stripped seat belts. But other than that, it is fully complete, good condition, with the cannon and the steering wheel. And obviously you can use it as a storing case, even though the figures may fall out. But anyhow, still a nice piece. Got that today from Matt. And this Stinger, I actually have 2 Cobra Stingers, but I have to get steering wheels for them. This one does have the steering wheel. For some reason, these launchers, these are always like kind of real weak with the Stingers. For some reason, that's just by default. But I do have another one, and I do have another one that the stickers for the headlights are missing. So I'm gonna replace that one with this one, and I might put that one out for sale and just keep 2. I mean, I could keep 3, because the more you have, the better. So I'm not really stuck on what I'm gonna do yet. But you know, whatever. You know, I got these also from Matt. I asked him to hold the APC and this for me for this week, and he did so. Because I'm gonna tell you guys something. The one reason why I don't deal with a person that I thought I was real cool with, and I don't want to keep sounding too repetitive, but it is what it is. There was this one dude I kind of took him under my wings a little around 3 or so years ago. I mean, me and him always used to be cool, but over time, you know, sometimes money and it's not even about money. It's more or less like if I can't trust you and I can't trust your word, why deal with you? You know what I'm saying? And his word got to the point where it just became nothing. And I just decided enough was enough. And I got fed up one day when he set up with my garage sale. And sometimes people see everything and every flaw everybody else has, but never theirs. And, you know, hypocrisy is real. You know what I'm saying? And you know, one thing I was always taught, and one thing I teach my children, my sons and my daughter, is a man is only as good as his word. Never bust your balls or your word, because that's all you have in this world. And as soon as people lose that, you know, like, you lose respect. That's just me, my philosophy. And I got tired of it. And enough was enough. And I guess, you know, tempers prevailed, and, you know, he felt a certain way. I felt a certain way for a long time, and I got sick and tired of, I ain't gonna say carrying him, but sometimes, you know, people are just who they are. You know what I mean? And, you know, like they said, you can lead the horse to the water, but you can't make the horse drink. So at the end of the day, I'm kind of happy that that was a huge weight off my shoulders, and I'm all fine with that. I mean, I wish him and his family nothing but the best. I don't wish no harm or no ill on him. Not at all. And, you know, it's just funny how some people, they talk, and some people sit there and talk about how the Meadowlands Flea Market is such a high school, but then, you know, people like to be validated and get people to side with them just cause. And I'm like, you know, whatever, man. You know, people stay where they are because of the kind of people they are. So anyhow, moving on. I don't even know why I brought that ranting up. So my apologies. I don't even know where the hell I came from. But, you know, I guess sometimes you got to get shit off your chest. You know what I mean? But, yeah. So, I don't know. It was random. Don't ask. But, yeah, you know, I may get rid of the other one and keep these two. I might keep this one and the other one and get rid of the other one, if that makes sense. Or I might just keep them all. You know, one without the headlights, and just still try to find the Cobra Sting steering wheels. Because it's not killing me not to have them. You know what I mean? But, you know, sooner or later I need to start... what was I gonna say? I need to start you know, getting pieces I need, because I need a couple of pieces for my USS Flag. Here it is. I'm about to say, I'm gonna let you guys know right now. I know this is repetitive, but you know, hey, you know, you don't like it, it's too long or whatever, just either skip past it, go backward, or just don't watch the fucking video. So anyway, from the Star Wars parts I need is for the Hoth Planet, I need the whole backdrop with the parts for that. I need the Land of the Jawas whole backdrop. The Droid Factory, I need the hoses and I believe one droid leg and 2 pins. I don't know. For the Land Speeder, I still need a windscreen or the windshield, or just replace it altogether. Whatever's cheaper. For the Rebel Transport, I just need 2 masks. And then for the Star Wars vehicles, parts needed. I need for the Millennium Falcon, I need the Jedi Ball, which obviously I'm pretty sure you knew that. Speaking of the one guy that I got some of the other stuff from earlier, the black brother, I didn't catch his name. He actually had a nice 1979, I think, Millennium Falcon, really good shape too. But it was also missing the Jedi Ball. It was missing the Jedi Ball and the what was it, like the Bantha chessboard or whatever. But he wanted a lot for it. He wanted like I think $1 or something like that, and I thought that was too much. And for the AT-AT, I need 4 of the chin cannons, because both of mine is missing that. And Darth Vader Destroyer, well, those are vehicles I need. Well, whatever, I'm not going to go into those details. I don't even know what the hell that is. For the mask, vehicles needed, I need the gun for the Gator, and I need the Boulder Hill, the bottom gas clip that keeps the gas tank onto the actual base. And the garage long black gun, that whole long tube that comes out through the front. I still need that. I need to talk to Jerry about that actually because it was part of a deal regardless. And for the GI Joe vehicles needed, on the Snowcat, I need a new missile bay because the one I have, one piece of the thing is snapped. Tiger Shark, I need a torpedo and the fins. Night Force, Night Storm, 6 missiles and a cannon. I need the detonator tubing, 3 missiles. Python Patrol, 2 yellow engine covers. I'm not gonna go into those details. I'll be here for hours talking about this shit, but whatever. I need a lot of parts that I could have easily surpassed, and then on top of parts I need a lot of figures and vehicles. Technically, I should have been finished this line. Not that I'm in any competition with my my boy Dave that I helped get a lot of GI Joe shit. Let alone he's the one that me and him went. We both split the stuff we got from Hospital Mat, and I should have been finished. Not only did he play catch up, but there's vehicles he have that I don't have. You know what I'm saying? So again, it's not a competition, but still in all, I should have been way ahead. But I've been spending a lot of my money on just other shit. Just picking up this and that, and there's one dude. He's got some Hot Toys for some pretty decent prices for the stuff that I like. That's why I got it. Even though my plan was to stick solely with 1/6 scale Star Wars stuff and just a little bit of mediocre 3-0 or 3-8, whatever the fuck it is, figures that I do have. But you always deviate away from the plan, so it is what it is. So anyhow, moving back to what I picked up today that I decided to keep. And speaking of that guy and the Millennium Falcon, he did have this, which is ironic because I picked this thing up last week from Monster Bill, the same one, to where it doesn't have the light up features. All Kenner did was they just remade a lot of the later ones like this one, same color, same everything. All they did was took out the electronics in them. And the guy gave me 6 items for like $10 each. Well, he said 10, but one item I paid $5 more for because it came up to $65. He said, "Oh, it's $10 each." I said, "No, it's not." I said, "I got 6 items, not 7. So for 6 items, one item you have here, but it didn't matter anyway." Last week from Monster Bill, I got this. I forgot. I know what I paid for it, but I don't remember if I said it in the video or not. So if I did or didn't, it slipped. But whatever. I still got this for about $20 cheaper than what I got it from Bill. If I'm not mistaken, I could be. So either way, that's still pretty dope. That was $10, and the other stuff that you guys saw in the video prior to this one. If anything, if you need a reference, just pause this and go back to the other video, and you'll see, because I already forgot. So, but it was the Ground Ripper from Motu, aka Masters of the Universe, or He-Man for short. There was also the Tusken Raider. I only brought it for the cape or coat, whatever you want to call it. So that make 2 items, well 3. This, the Road Ripper, Tusken Raider, Chewie. And of course, what do you call that? That, whatever, the speeder, not the speeder, I'll show you in a second. But anyway, this Chewie is actually in really, really good condition. I always buy figures in great condition for stuff that I collect because I just keep going through upgrades until I get one look like it just came right off the pack like this does. But I believe all my Chewies are in great condition. So I just brought it up here just to make sure, which I do that a lot. And then of course the Emperor, young Skywalker. Only together we can. I just fucked up the voice. Guy had this for like $7. This is probably the second thing I purchased. Being the first, being that top loader NES box with the original NES console in there. Nothing else but that in the game. But for $10, that's a steal. So yeah, and I only brought this for the 7 because he has his cane. I may have him with his cane, but this is the only weapon the Emperor Palpatine came with. So whether you want to call him Emperor Palpatine, Darth Sidious, whatever. Whatever. You know what I mean? And I mean the figure alone is worth 7, let alone his cane. His cane's probably worth 10 or $15. And of course the only thing I kept from a piece of vinyl sheet that they just plucked a hole in and, you know, put it through the arms of the figures. Things were simple and just badass cool back then. For I'm about to say the Millennium Falcon, the Tusken Raider. Again, sometimes you buy things just for parts, and you know, whatever. At the end of the day, I need this to help complete one of mine up there. I think I got 2 up there. Wait a minute, I think there's another one in the back of the other one. Either way, you know, I prefer to have them with these. And he has some. I mean, his prices were not bad. His price was actually really good. He was a lot cheaper than what I would be if I was out there. I haven't seen him before, but like I was saying earlier in the video, because I did do a video that was well over an hour, and I was like, you know, a lot of people were there. Like a lot of people early in the morning, and I know they paid for the month or probably paid in advance for that day because they weren't on that zigzag long line. And there was a lot of people that I'm like, I've never seen these people before. And even though a lot of people don't have stuff I'm not into, or I'd never buy from them or even look at or ask how much, I still know 90% of the vendors there, the Thursday and Sunday vendors. So, but then again, some could have been Friday and Saturday, because some people only set up on Fridays and or Saturdays. Some Thursday people don't come on any other days. Some Sunday guys don't come on any other days. So it is a balance. You know what I mean? So anyway, speaking of that, I also got this from him, and this is complete. And to get this for like $10 is very, very rare, considering the fact that this is why I always tell people, man, sit back and wait. You sit back and wait, and you take your time, and things come to you. Like I actually got something like this that was in parts. I forgot where I got it from. And later on, I was trying to, you know, part out to complete it, and the price was just like around $65 just to get the parts to complete just the body that I had. And I wound up getting one of these anyway. And I'm like, I don't remember where the hell I got it from, but I know I paid regardless of where I got it from, I paid less for it from this dude because this was only $10. Again, like I said, he gave me all those items for like 65. I can't say 60 because it was 6 items, and it cost me $65. So I don't know where he talking about. Whatever. So I got that stuff, and then from Jerry's Mat, I got this stuff here. So here we got Mutt and Junkyard. I may actually have a complete Mutt and Junkyard, but I did get it because I do think I do need parts from him. So let's look at that together and see. I didn't take my book today because I really wasn't. I don't know. I just didn't. I really don't got no excuse. Okay. So I do have the Sergeant Slaughter Marauder version of Mutt complete. That's why it's checked. So for the regular Mutt, I'm missing something. So I'll have to go through the weapons thing and see. But either way you look at it, there is something in here that he has that I'm missing to complete him. So that's a plus. Alright, now moving on to my man Alpine. One of my favorite and to me underrated G.I. Joes. I know what's missing on him. Let me go back to Alpine. Let's see. He's 85, not 84. Alright, so Alpine, again, same thing with his weapons. I have to sit back and... Oh yeah, there it is. It's the gun with the hook. The gun with the hook is what I'm missing. And now I have it, so that would complete that. And you know, Matt, thanks a lot. He actually hooked me up with that. And then the thing is, these figures, I don't need them. I could turn around and re-put them back out for sale. Now moving on to the last but not least, Law and Order, and I believe he is also complete. And I know also he's another one that I'm missing parts for. So I know these three guys I needed parts to complete them. I think he's at 86, right? Or no, 87 or 88. He should be 88 or no, 87, I believe. Where are you? I don't think he. Okay. So with him, I need his Billy Club and the Uzi to complete him. So that right there is 3 figures that come with parts that are kind of hard to get and a little expensive. So that worked out pretty good. Law and Order, Alpine, and Junkyard and Mutt. So pretty dope ass right there. All right. Now moving on to these bad boys here. This is the 87 or 88. This is the Target Master. So what Hasbro did with him, I think this is Cup. I always get them mixed up between Cup and Blur. Sergeant Cup and Blur. But you know, either way, let me see why he don't want to go all the way in. I don't want to break it. I damn sure I don't want to break a Target Master. So I think I don't think they did much with these. I think the only difference with him is the fact that he comes with a little guy and stuff like that. So I think he's 87 or 88. No, he wouldn't be in 86. He should be later. This tribal book is not bad, but the deception to this is the fact that there's a lot of stuff in here that they double pictured, which was kind of stupid, and they could have used those pages to help utilize other Transformers that they never even put in here. So there's stuff that you think you may or may not have. You could be losing out on a lot of stuff dealing with this book. It is a nice travel size book, but there's a lot of figures that should be in here that aren't in here. And again, if you're a novice to this and it's easy to get confused, very, very easy. So so you got Cloud Breaker and Fastlane. These are the 2 that I had. I got these from the Tom's River Toy Show over a year ago. These 2. I think I did. So I got these mixed up because they're basically about the same mold as these guys. So last week when Matt did show these to me, I was like, oh no, I got those. I need the other ones. And I always do that. But I remember at the Parsippany show when I went through my Mythic Legions rant, and my boy Eddie was right across from this one dude that I'm not gonna sit here and say he's an a-hole. The guy, he did do a dickhead move, but hey, at the end of the day, you know what? It's his loss. Some people don't. They want to go there and make money, but they don't know how to deal with people. And he said something that I didn't like, and yeah, Target Master Blur. So this is not Blur. So I need the Target Master Blur. I think maybe he messed up. I think he gave me the Target Master Blur's gun. So there's a Target Master Blur. And, oh no. It's about the same almost. So he's right. He had it right. But at least the Target Master is in here. And he is from 87. So I do need Crosshairs, which is like their version, like a smaller almost version of like a Snowcat almost. But it looks like I need the Target Master Hot Ride. But I have the Target Master Cup. So it is Sergeant Cup. Oh, there he is. So I can, check that with the cross. So got that from Matt today. Knew I needed that. As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, that's the Target Master one, right? He's like, yep, that's correct. Great guy, man. I met him years ago with Jerry in New York City Comic Con. I think 2016 or 15 or something like that. And you know, I started talking to both of them, and just like that, I actually befriended them. And I think the next day I brought stuff to them. They both brought everything, and they gave me good prices for the stuff, and and that's it. So here again, so it's Pounce and Wingspan. So I needed these two. I don't know if I have their weapons or not, but the important thing is I have the figures, so I'm cool with that. And then these little guys, I know the micro spy things are not in this book, which is kind of useless that they're not, but again, they could have utilized better ish. And there's a couple of other people there that saying that had stuff too. But there's one dude and his brother. The heavy set dude is alright, but the skinny dude, he's an asshole. He's like a real sensitive bitch, and he sells at the metal. I mean, at Columbus, and he made saying he I guess I'm not gonna go into the details, but let's just say something happened between him and somebody I know there, and for some reason they went, him and his brother went to the shop with some stuff, and they wanted to trade for something else, or for whatever happened, and this person says something. I made a statement, but I made a statement as me. I didn't make a statement as to somebody else, and the person, the skinny jackass made a statement about, oh well, man, you sound just like so and so or something like that, and I said, yo, I'm my own person or whatever, and I guess he, little sensitive bitch he is. And they always sell in the news section. They come with toys and stuff. The brother is the brother, he's chunkier, heavy set. But the skinny one, he bipolar or mentally fucked up in the head. And I like the fact, I guess they do okay, but I like the fact that they don't do as good as he would like to. So I don't even acknowledge him. I don't even look in his direction. But the other two, his brother and the other guy next to his brother, I think they all sell together or whatever, because they're like the other guy package stuff similar to the brother and other stuff, but he always have good prices. But he's like, oh well, I'm like when he say I'm not, he always says it every week. I'm not trying to go home with none of this ish, so I'm not married to none of this stuff, but his prices. And I was like, well, I'm looking for figures I can get for around $5 or so, because I do toy shows. So I'm not looking. And he said, oh, I got figures in there. You just got to go through everything. So as I'm looking through it, I'm like, it's just too much. Like, he got tons of fucking figures. And it's like, you got to dig. And by you doing that, you're missing out on other stuff. And I'm like, and all I'm seeing is bags for 10, 14, 10, 14. I'm like, I'm not going through this shit. I don't see nothing here for fucking 5. And I'm not going to, I just like, nah, I'm good. So I just left. You know what I'm saying? And, but anyhow, so I got this stuff from Matt, and then I got these three mini bots, mini spies, that's it. So, let me see if I can show you guys these. So I got the white and yellow Jeep. Then I got another one of these blue cars, which I probably got like 2 of these already or something like that. I'm not too sure about these, but I try to pick up as many of these as possible. They don't go for much, but they are mini spies. So I'm not gonna say they're not common. I'm not gonna say they are. You know what I mean? But I don't see them in too many shows. But when I do see them in shows, somebody's either selling all of them or most of them. And or if they have them individual, they're anywhere from 25 and up for these little mini cons. I don't see them for 15, even at $15 at the toy shows. So I'm supposed to be going to the toy show with Eric and his brother in a couple of weeks. So I need to make sure I have money for that, because it's a G.I. Joe show. So I don't want to go crazy. Yesterday I didn't get much. Because again, like I said, when I first got there, I thought it was going to be an okay day. Because the first thing I found was that top loader box. And then I was like, okay. And I just thought it was going to be a decent day. And I'm walking around. And I didn't. A lot of vendors I expected to be there weren't there, and then the ones that were there didn't really have much. And the more I walked around, and I seen people that normally would buy empty-handed, and I'm like, okay, it's not gonna be a great day. And the more I walked around, then when I got to the old section, it wasn't like last week. Last week it seemed like everybody had a lot of shit. I got beat to the punch. There's this a white woman. You know, I always forget her name, but I know her. You know, her husband's name is Howie. Real cool people though. Don't get me wrong. She's a nice woman. Her price is just insanely expensive. She's just fucking ridiculously expensive for no fucking reason. And a lot of people go to eBay and they don't look at what stuff's sold for. They look at what stuff is selling for, and then 9 out of 10 they put a high price on it and then put it out on the table and then think somebody's gonna pay them this or that for it. So the mass majority of the stuff that she had that was vintage from last week, she put back on the table this week. I do know that Jerry did get some stuff from her. I think some Dungeons and Dragons and some other stuff. I know he paid up for it, but it was probably stuff he needed for the shop or for himself anyway. Because he's very strategic with what he buys and how he buys. Because he has to. You know what I'm saying? Both Matts, Hospital and Star Wars Matt, almost everybody at that market, or anybody for that matter. You know, you got to be kind of strategic. Sometimes you don't mind paying more for something when it's something you need for your collection than for you to resell it, unless it's something that you know that's worth good money, and or you have a clientele for that item or looking for that item, then that's a little bit more reasonable. But for something that you might sit on and just take to a show or put in your shop, again, it varies depending on the popularity and the collectible value of that item. And like I said, you know, I have a way better rapport with people down in Columbus than I do in the Meadowlands. A lot more people in the Meadowlands are a lot more fake and standoffish, and a lot of people just, you know, shit that they get out of storage units. You know, you don't get too many people there like Columbus. Columbus, you have a lot more people that they do the same thing I do, and or they make a living out of going to garage sales, thrifting, buying collections of stuff off of people, and just bringing stuff there to sell. Versus Meadowlands, where it's the opposite. It's more for like people that collect. I mean, people that do storage units and shit like that, along with those who do clean outs and whatnot. You know, so you get a lot of those people that will sell collectibles and have stuff out there. But at the same time, they're not they're not like Columbus, where people just they're specific in specific items, so to speak. So anyway, I think that's it. I showed you guys the APC. I showed you guys the Stinger. I showed you guys the 83 TIE Fighter. I always keep forgetting the name of this thing. Plus, I'm like more than half asleep, so that's probably why I'm butchering that name. I already checked off Pounce and Wingspan, along with Cup. I about to say Kip, and the 3 mini spies: the Chewbacca, the Palpatine, and the 3 Joes. So I didn't check off the Joe weapons yet, but I did check off these Transformers. So I will be putting these in the room because they already checked off. And the Stinger is a keeper. That APC, I don't need 4. At least for the regulars. I do want to get the Sears one, and I think there's another one too. It's like an all green, and then there's whatever. I need to get those 2. So whatever. Anyway, thanks for watching. Peace. Gotta go. Tired.